me and Cam Girl had already started like our own little show type thing where we was like, just me and her was just sitting down talking about random shit every week. And we was doing that, and then Adam kind of colonized it.
Yeah.
Adam was like, shit, we might as well make this into our show instead of y'all show.
Yeah.
And then he started coming on it, and then that turned into what's now the No Jumper show, like the main podcast on No Jumper. And yeah, it started with just me and Cam Girl.
Yeah. So what gave you, like, why do you think that people were like interested in hearing what you had to say?
I don't know, bro. You know, I really don't know. I don't know why you niggas like be fucking with me, but I genuinely think that, to me, my life ain't that crazy because it's my life, so I'm living it from the fucking inside out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it from the inside out. So to me, I feel like the shit I feel like the shit I be saying be mad regular, but I don't know. I feel like other people be like, wait, what? Like, you seen what? Or this happened? Or what the fuck? I don't know. I feel like I just have like a lot of insight, and I've just seen a lot of shit, and I feel like they just gravitate towards it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I genuinely think that I feel like people can just read when you're being genuine or not, or when you're trying to force a character, you're trying to force being too hard, you're trying to force being Mr. Bitches, you try to force this, you try to force that. And I genuinely just think that I've just been as honest as I possibly could be, maybe almost to a fault.
Right.
I've just been too honest with this shit. And dude, I've been doing this for almost fucking a decade now, which is crazy to even say.
Right.
But I've been doing this for so long, it was like, if I was just sitting up here lying every week or just sitting here just making it, mind you, these niggas have been watching me do the shit weekly.
Right.
For years. So it's like, they would have just felt the disingenuousness.
Right.
I don't know if that was the right word. I just made that up. But they would have just seen the bullshit from a mile away if they wasn't fucking with me. So I think just being honest and being yourself and just, you know, just having a different perspective. Don't try to just fit into whatever's the popular perspective, or don't just try to like go on there trying to mimic somebody else. I see so many people do that nowadays. It's like, oh, I want to be mini Fresh and Fit, or I want to be mini this, I want to be mini that. And it's just like, you got to just be yourself, gang. Right. And that was one thing I was never afraid, no matter who I'm on camera with, who I'm, you know, having these debates or talks with, is like, my perspective is my perspective. Now, it's liable to change, you know, like we're humans, your perspective changes, but like some people, they get on camera and their whole perspective changes once they're next to somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, I feel like as long as you don't do that, bro, like people will fuck with you and they'll genuinely, they'll see the progression, you know?
Come on.
I think that's one thing with me too, why people fuck with me, is because they could just, like, it's all on camera. It's all documented, like from where I started to where I am now. You feel me?
Right. This thing, I feel like there's people coming in and out all the time. Now it's like become a joke almost. You know, we know what's going on over there currently. I mean, people are getting indicted and stuff. So,
hell yeah.
Did you foresee it coming to an end at some point?
I mean, bro, like, I would have been a dummy if I didn't, like, possibly foresee something like that, because I had just been there so long and I've seen so many people come in and out. And, like, if I'm just being completely honest, I've seen him do other people way dirtier.
Right.
You feel me? And people that he's known for way longer of a time, you feel me? And it's like, at a certain point, you know, I was too comfortable there. I will say that. I was too comfortable, you know, like, I wasn't becoming a millionaire, like, off that shit, but it was paying good enough for me to pay my bills. It was giving me exposure. I was making money that way. I started my brand, which was like, at that point, once I started the brand, I didn't give a fuck about any of that shit because my shit was going up.
Right.
So it was like, at least I had something tangible that was owned by me, to where it was like, if this does fall apart,
yeah,
I at least got that.
Yeah.
And I could always go start my own shit or whatever, which I feel like I waited a little too long to do, but like, you know, it is what it is. It's like, better late than never, you know?
Right.
But like, shit, I remember I told Hakeem this after Hakeem left, because Hakeem was so hurt. I remember he was just like, how could he? He's like, bro, I done caught fades for that nigga. I did this and that for him. Like, how could he, like, you know, like how could he do me like that, basically? And I remember telling him, I was like, bro, like, you have to, when it comes to business, friendships, relationships, whatever the case may be, you have to be able to assess the type of people that you're working with and that you're dealing with. And you have to be able to assess like their characteristics and just not be surprised by certain shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And it's like, I don't even think Adam is just some terrible ass nigga. I literally just think he just tunnel vision about himself and what he got going on.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, those are the people that make it the furthest in life. So it's like, maybe us like empathetic ass people that fucking care about everybody thinks and cares.
Right.
Those are the motherfuckers that ain't gonna make it nowhere. So, you know, at the end of the day, it was kind of like, I don't know. It was like, at the end of the day, it was to be expected a little bit. You feel me?
Right. So we kind of know the gist of like why it happened, but really everything came to a pop because what happened. I feel like, truth be told, like I remember watching the episode where you called in and you were explaining like, bro, like why would you do that? Yada. But it's like when you came back on to try to like, we're trying to explain it, and then the whole scene happens. The cameras, you know, you shoot the water. The camera cuts off. I think people really want to know what happens when the camera cuts off.
And then let's move forward to that bullshit ass apology you gave when you're on the fucking news. You're talking about, yeah, he's been going through the mom shit. He's been going through the health shit.
The mom shit, and like he's living on his own for the first time, and he's got health shit.
Are you talking about the person that fucking raised me, that birthed me, my best friend that died? Oh, just he's been going through the mom shit.
But are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're
I fucking
disrespectful as fuck.
I paid for the fucking
First of all-
funeral as soon
first
as
of
it
all-
happened just because.
So when the camera cut off, so he had this big ass fucking security guard named Tone. So Tone big ass wrapped me up or whatever. This nigga like 6'8", 300 pounds. Mind you, oh man, I hate the throwing the smoothie thing because at the time my leg was fucked up and I couldn't really walk like that. I don't know if y'all remember, if anybody that's watching this, I used to pay attention to back then, but like my legs was fucked up for a long time. I still don't know why. I have an idea why. I think it was the nods. I was like overdoing the nods at the time.
Okay.
And that shit literally like, it paralyzes people.
Wow.
So I really think at the end, like I was having other health issues at the time too. So like, whatever, like, he basically said some shit that was a lie. He said he paid for my mom's funeral, which was hella not true. He did give me some money after my mom passed away. Literally $0 of those dollars went to my mom's funeral. Yeah. I had to move into a new apartment and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had got evicted, you feel me? I had shit I had to do.
Right.
None of that money went to my mom's funeral. My fucking mom's old boss that loved her dearly paid for my mom's funeral in full. They paid for the food, the flowers, the spot, everything. You feel me? Shout out to my sister for organizing it. But I think that's what really pushed me to the edge. And nigga said, he's like, what do you mean I don't care about you? I paid for your mom's funeral. Which was like, even if you thought that you did, even you saying that is even crazy. You feel me? But the fact that that wasn't true is what made it even crazier.
Right.
And yeah, so like I hopped up, but like obviously I hopped up slow as fuck. Like now I would have hopped up fast and jumped over the table and beat that nigga ass. You feel me? But I couldn't do nothing. And I was, you know, so whatever. I hopped up. Tone wrapped me up. You know, all the cameras shut off or whatever. I'm like, fuck you, bitch ass nigga, whatever, blah blah. I'm going outside, right? I'm going outside and he's like trying to follow me outside to talk. And I'm like, bro, if you walk up on me, I'm literally about to fire on you. So he's standing back there. He's trying to talk. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Fuck you, AD. This is AD's fault. It's AD's fault. AD tried to like big bro it and be like, yo, bro, just hear him out. Just let him say what he got to say. And like, AD was really like, I was just playing. Like, I really appreciate AD because AD was just like, don't just leave it like that. Don't just leave it, you know, just unsaid. Like, say what you got to say. Finish saying what you got to say to him. Let him say what he got to say or whatever. Just like finish it off. Don't just leave it undone like that. And yeah, then that's when you, I don't know if it's all on video when we came back. We went back and sat there and tried to finish talking it out. But like, at the end of the day, I feel like the damage had just been done already. It was like, you know, and honestly, bro, on some real shit, I didn't even realize this because at the time I had so much shit going on. I didn't even realize, like, bro, that shit happened like that shit was like a couple months after my mom passed away. I was having my own health issues. It was just so much shit going on at that same time that like I didn't even realize that all that shit happened within like a couple fucking months from each other. You feel me? But honestly, bro, everything happens for a reason. And I feel like if none of that shit didn't play out the way that it did, I wouldn't have had that push to go start my own shit. Or like, you know, I've had this like pressure to like basically live off of my clothing brand now, which like at first I wasn't. Like, yeah, we were making tons of money off of it, but I wasn't living off that money. I was just like
putting it right back in.
Hell yeah, you feel me? It's like now it's like I'm on a consistent schedule where I gotta drop, I gotta do this, and I gotta make it happen because it's like I don't have this like cushion. It was really a cushion for me because it was like people was throwing me money for random shit just to wear my shirt on the podcast or like whatever. It's like, nigga, they have 4 million subscribers, so all different types of little opportunities would be coming your way or whatever. Like I said, it was a cushion, bro.
Yeah,
you know, so like it was like a fire under my ass to like go get this shit on your own, go try it on your own, go do this shit on your own. You feel me?
Yeah.
So man, you never know, man. It was really a blessing in disguise. And now looking at all this shit that's going on now, it's like shit. Maybe you was meant to get out of there. You feel me?
Man.
So yeah,
you know, I could see how if I was there all the time and if somebody's energy was there all the time, that could really affect a person. So
yeah, 1000%.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I don't know if he's talked about this, but AD literally convinced me to stay because after Cam Girl left, I was just over that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like just certain little shit, just the way that he be acting. It's like nigga just think he right about everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's like two things could be mutually correct at the same time. It's like I appreciated him for the opportunity. I appreciated the platform and shit like that for exposure to get my face and my name out there more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, it was really like he was becoming like fucking so miserable to deal with, bro. at a certain point.
Yeah.
And like I used to be really getting at that nigga. Like we would be getting, you could ask anybody that was in that group chat.
Right.
I used to be telling that nigga like I would literally beat your ass in the group chat. And like people would be like, he's like, you're talking to your boss like that? Like people would be getting mad and I mean, not people would be getting mad. He would be getting mad that I'll be talking to him like that in front of everybody. But it's like, bro, he just knew how to get under your buttons, like underneath your skin.
Yeah. How
to push those buttons. And like, I'm telling you, bro, AD is really the main reason why I end up even staying as long as I did. Cause I was just over, bro. Like he just like the way he just acts sometimes. And and I can genuinely say that bro isn't like that all the time. I don't know if it's like he be stressed about some other shit and it just makes him act like that. I don't fucking know. But it had got to a point where like, you know, I'm gonna be honest. At a certain point, I'm like, dude, he got some type of animosity towards me because of like some other reasons you know, like, I don't know, man. Like,
well, actually, now that you mention it.
I was trying not to say it, but I'm like,
now that you mention it though,
you feel
like okay, so because people want to know, man, what stopped you from bringing up the fact that you had already been with his now wife?
I mean,
cause me in your shoes, bro. Like I would have crashed out. You know what I'm saying?
And I ain't gonna lie, like, bro, it's not like it hadn't crossed my mind before. Because I'm telling you, he's the type of nigga that will push you to take you out of character like that. It's like, first of all, bro, on some real shit, on some genuine shit, bro, I'm just not even a nigga like that. One,
yeah.
Two, he knew about it.
Right.
It wasn't like he didn't know.
Right.
And like, I didn't fuck her before he fucked her. He fucked her first. He was fucking with her first.
Yeah.
I just got in where I fit in, you feel me? So, and like, you know, like, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna go too deep, but I'm not the only one, you feel me? So, like, you feel me? Like, it wasn't like some secret or something like that. Now, I might have been a secret to the office or other people that didn't know, you feel me? But it was like, it was never some huge secret or nothing like that. And it was like, why drag her into this? She never did nothing to me. Me and her have always been cordial. Ever since I have been working with him for years and years after that shit, bro.
Sure.
Like, so it was never no like real reason to bring it up. But when he, like, I'm telling you, bro, once he he pushed my buttons a couple. I keep saying push my buttons. Yeah, he pushed my buttons a couple times where I definitely wanted to just throw that at him, or at least throw it at him on camera. And I just thought I'm like, bro, like that just would be weak of me to do it. I just like was just like, nah, it's not even worth it because I don't even care, and it's not some big mic drop. Like, nigga, we already knew. Like, no offense to her, but it was like, bro, she wasn't the only one. Like,
right,
niggas was sharing a lot of the same girls, gang. It's just like, that's like if I would have wifed some girl that he hit before, like, you feel me? Which I probably would never, to be honest. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't some big deal, bro. Niggas was doing drugs and fucking a lot of the same girls, bro. It was really not a big deal back then.
Yeah.
But like, I'm telling you, the way that he used to act towards me, I really used to start to think like, bro, are you mad? Like, which would make no sense. Like, why would you be mad about this so long after?
Sure.
But I don't know. I couldn't put a finger on like why he used to be acting such a way towards me, especially because I feel like, you know, all these allegations that came out about him again is like, bro, that's not the first time that shit came out, bro.
Right.
Like the first time that it did come out, like, bro, I was probably one of the only people that like
advocated for him for sure.
And I won't even say advocated because like I didn't know the facts. I didn't know the details. I didn't want to go off face value and just burn a bridge off something I didn't really know the facts to. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it was like me even just sticking by you and continuing to be on your platform and on your shit. That's me sticking my neck out for you. You feel me? So again, I thought there was like some sense of, I don't know, I guess loyalty or something, but it was like, bro, just the way that he used to act, it just used to be pissing me off, bro. Like, especially like now that I'm sober and like clear-minded, I understand how somebody being flaky, somebody being no call, no show and shit like that, not being reliable. I understand how frustrating that is because now as a business owner on my own, like I could see how one person could fuck up the whole rotation and shit. You feel me? So I understood his level of being angry at me, but what I didn't understand was like how judgmental he used to be. Because I'm like, gang, you were older than I am right now.
Right.
Doing the same shit that I was doing. But you had it together a little bit more, but like, nigga, like you were doing drugs too.
Yeah.
I was doing drugs with you. You were paying for the drugs.
Right.
So that shit used to bother me because it was just like, gang, why are you acting like I'm doing some like out of pocket shit when you was doing the same shit with me?
Right.
And it's just like, you know, I had to come to terms with all of that shit on my own. And I had to get myself together on my own, and like nobody was gonna be able to whip me into shape. I had to learn that shit on my own. You feel me?
Come on.
You feel me? So
yeah. Well, I want to wrap up this segment because I think we talked about it enough. But is there a reality where there's some sort of reconciliation? Like, have you guys talked in any type of recent time? And could you see a future where things are like okay at least?
Me and Toke, my other co-host on our show, Reconnected, every Thursday, 6 p.m.
Come on.
Motherfucking biggest bro ENT on YouTube.
Stop playing.
Feel me? But me and Toke, when like the whole Rico shit first came about, me and Toke were on live and we were just trolling, calling random people, and he was like, call Adam. And I was like, yeah, right, I'm not calling that nigga. And then we're like, fuck it, we're gonna call him. We just called him as a joke. And he immediately started being like, oh yeah, we need you back. And like, to be honest, gang, I don't hate that nigga, bro. Look, again, as I gotten older, as I gotten more sober-minded, I knew what all this shit was from the beginning, bro. I knew what I signed up for. It's like, this shit's all content. This ain't no real friendship. This ain't no real loyalty. I got your back ass shit. And it's like, yeah, maybe in certain aspects, maybe it was. You feel me? Because I'm not going to act like he never did nothing for me or like he never helped me out. He for sure did, bro. But it was just like, I knew what it was from the beginning. And that's what I was saying earlier. You have to be aware of these dynamics as you go into them. And it's like, to think that nigga would spare me over getting the content, Come on, man. I already know what it was. So I think I'm not angry about it no more. Niggas gonna make the fucking transmission jokes all day long, gang. It's just something I gotta deal with, bro.
Right.
And like, at the end of the day, I don't even really give a fuck no more. Like, it's just, people are either gonna move past it or they gonna keep making the jokes. Whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel like it doesn't align with me just as a person anymore. I feel like there's just too much drama. There's too much weird shit going on. And I just feel like people would look at me like I was crazy if I went back. You feel me?
Yeah, I'd see that.
I feel like I could lose the people that support me by going back. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I just feel like it was a chapter in my life that's now closed. You know, I'm grateful for the audience that came with me from there, from the people that, you know, are still paying attention, for the customers that purchase shit from my brand, don'tcrapout.com, highroller777 on Instagram. You feel me? Like I'm appreciative of all that shit, bro. And I learned a lot by being there, but I don't think it would be conducive for me to go back, to be honest.
I get that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't hate that nigga though, bro. I genuinely don't think about that nigga. They might pop up on YouTube or some shit on my recommended. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I just go up. Like, I have so much shit that I have to do on a daily basis, bro. Trying to run this business, still do the music shit, figure out our own shit with this podcast shit. Yeah. I will say I missed that part. Yeah. I miss just pulling up and just being the fucking, being a nigga sitting here and talking, nigga. Oh my God, I missed that. That's the only thing that I do miss, bro.
Yeah.
And having a team of editors and niggas like that. Yeah. God damn, I fucking missed that part. But other than that, bro, I feel like I learned my lesson and like, you know, shit, man, it's time to move forward in life. Come on. I feel like it was been time to move forward though, but you know, shit happens the way it happens, man. It happens for a reason.
Exactly.